Oh, is this thing on? Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Strange Exchange. Today, episode 47. We got all kinds of fun little activities for you guys today, so make sure you get your boots on and your pants tucked in there, your shirt tucked in your pants, because it's gonna be a wild one.
A rather odd way to start this one out, but hey, it is what it is.
Positive anything is better than negative nothing. Albert Hubbard. Hubbard. Cupboard. The cupboard. Hubboard.
Yeah, you're getting way off track now. No.
Hoverboard. So we got some interesting articles picked out, hand selected out of the bins.
See, today we're gonna do just some random news articles that we find interesting and fun, somewhat funny, maybe somewhat informative, whatever you find out of it.
Knock your socks
A little off the grid. We're going, I guess. That's the best way to put it. We're gonna have
That's how we do it here on this podcast, baby.
We're gonna have a little variety show, news variety show. So you're not watching CNN and MSNBC and seeing the same garbage all the time. All right.
We gotta keep that. That's our nemesis. We gotta keep
Instead-
our people from CNN.
And joining us today is Tucker Carlson from Fox News. He's going to talk about his strange attraction to M&Ms. So go ahead, take it away. Oh, he hung up. Darn.
I'm just
He
so
didn't want me to bring it up.
attracted. Me and the Americans are so attracted to M&Ms.
He didn't want me to bring it up. He just hung up. Sorry, guys. He left. All right. Well, we'll kick it off. Andrew, you want to go ahead and start with whatever news story you got?
Yeah, so here's something weird that I found. This is just, I don't understand it, but here it is. Another giant African snail was sighted in parts of Florida in a county, and it sent everybody in that county into quarantine.
Over, how big is the snail? It's got to be a small.
So
an area.
They're pretty. Oops, that guy started talking to me. They're pretty big. So I'm trying to find. I didn't actually see the actual size of them, but they're big. I've watched documentaries before, and there's actually just so happened to be an African snail. This person's holding it in their hand, and it's completely filling their hand. It's definitely bigger than about as big as a softball.
Oh,
so now, it's pretty big.
What do they have to say for the quarantine reasoning?
Well,
I'm trying to understand.
Let's see.
Because I don't see how a snail can be life-threatening, at least not to direct people.
Apparently, it walks around with an AK-47, and it's taking everybody hostage.
What do you know?
So, I just as I guessed, there's something to do with the parasites on it. There's something on it.
So it could be dangerous to.
Yeah, they carry a parasite called rat lungworm that can cause meningitis. Not COVID. Meningitis.
I mean, meningitis is nothing to joke about.
Men in jumpsuits and meningitis.
See, men in jumpsuits would be a reason to quarantine. But, wow, okay. So, rat lungworm.
That's a big snail.
I've never heard of that.
I haven't either.
Rat lungworm.
rat lung. I don't know how it, like, what? Snail lungworm? Rat lungworm.
According to this, yeah, the snails are the primary hosts of rat lungworm.
That's so gross.
They're the intermediate hosts, where their larva develops until they are infectious. It also says they commonly reside in the pulmonary arteries of rats, and they are the most common cause of meningitis.
Well, rats are so dirty, man. You know, we've talked about rats on previous episodes, and they're They're so gross. They piss on everything. They poop on everything. They get into everything and they go everywhere.
Yeah, it's
And so it's no shock that any kind of parasite or any nasty stuff is spreading to other creatures like snails and passing on to humans and stuff. Also, they say tell your kids not to drink from the garden hose. There's like apparently snails will go into your hose and live in there or chill in there, whatever. And obviously, if you're drinking the water out of there, you might
see
get some
now I
rat
understand
lungworm.
if they're finding these things and they're thinking, hey, it's got these parasitic infections found on the snails. I mean, wow, okay, yeah, they can get into your water, and for meningitis isn't necessarily a death sentence, but it is something that is not fun. It causes flu-like symptoms because basically it's an inflammation of membrane covering your brain and your spinal cord. So it really screws with you. It kind of gives you a lot of those like
Something's
stiffness pains and things like
a little
that. Gives you
screwy here.
makes your head really just hurt. It can cause
Terrible.
epilepsy and deafness if it really gets bad. So impossible death too if things really don't get better. I think that's mostly with people like with affected immune systems, like young kids and
Oof,
um, elderly.
that's scary.
So yeah, not something fun to have. Sorry, Florida folks. I know you guys deal with enough on a daily basis, but here's another one for you.
Yeah, alligators down there, and you got this
And,
African snails moving around down there, going in your hoses.
speaking of alligators, I got one here for you. So some
Oh boy.
animal rescuers found an alligator um, swimming in a lake in Osceola, near Osceola in Wisconsin. Um,
What?
yeah, supposedly
Wisconsin
um, they're guessing
style.
it's a private owned animal, which that's always fun. It was spotted in Long Lake near
Private
Osceola,
owned.
in Wisconsin. There, basically, they brought so it was picked up by a boat patrol. So basically, like the DNR. And they ended up turning it over to an animal rescue group. And basically, the rescue group said, we are able to take in alligators up to 30 inch. I didn't even know they could, first of all, take in alligators in Wisconsin, of all the states. They're able to take in alligators up to 30 inches long. And this guy is much less than that. So he's a smaller one.
Dinosaurs.
And we are hoping to have this animal reunited legally with its owner or sent to a sanctuary.
Or we're gonna cook it up and we're gonna have alligator in a stick at the Minnesota State Fair, September
So
or
they are hoping
August
that the owner
and
will
September.
come and rescue that gator. Otherwise,
Did
like you
you
said, yeah.
know? Did you know that alligators can live underneath like sheets of ice for a while and just breathe through the surface layer of the ice
See, I
and just
find that
chill there?
if that's real, come on. I mean,
They can
they
not.
don't really live in hot climates or like cold climates. They live in
They
very
can't survive the whole
humid.
winter up here. Yeah, but they have been known to be able to just chill for a while underneath ice. Obviously, if they're up here in Minnesota, they're gonna die
That's
because
what
it
I
gets
mean. It's
so
in
cold here. It's just too much for them. There's
like Osceola, Wisconsin is western Wisconsin, kind of going north towards Lake Superior.
yeah,
So
that's
they're getting
yeah.
into that cold. So whoever owns it obviously must have a real temperature controlled spot for them. If it is a privately owned animal, I would doubt that it's from a like a private zoo or something up there. I would assume it's got to be somebody owning an alligator. But how do you go about owning an alligator? That's I want to ask this guy. I want to know, how do I go about purchasing one of these? Because then
I
I
wouldn't
would
even
use
I
it as a
wouldn't waste
defense
your money.
mechanism.
I'd just go pull one out of the Everglades.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Yeah, and then get bit. That's
Just
great.
watch out for the pythons. Yeah,
Exactly. I
there's a
don't know what's
py-
down in there.
python infestation. The U.S. right now is just like, I swear, the top invasive species. It's like boars or feral pigs. feral hogs, the pythons in Florida and surrounding states, and then what the heck was it? There's like you got the murder hornets, help me, they're coming in.
So that's it. That is an invasive now. That's
Yep.
coming in.
And everybody was freaking out about those things. I mean, I'm not saying, if you see one like, oh, there's one of those big murder hornets, that's cool. They're talking about that, probably report that to somebody because there could be a nest around, and it would be good to alert somebody to come get rid of it, hunt it down. I think in Washington they were having that issue, or East Coast somewhere.
Interesting. Well, let's see what else we got. What other fun stuff you got cooked up here?
We gotta thank our sponsor. Hang on. Gorilla Glue is really sticky. It's really sticky. It will work for about a week or two. All right. Let's get back into it. Thank you to our sponsor. Oh man, you gotta make yourself laugh.
I think you just ruined their product, not necessarily.
No. Okay. I should probably disclaimer. Gorilla Glue is actually really good. I use it whenever I need to glue something. It works great. No, Gorilla Glue is awesome.
Fantastic. You said it works for a week or two. It's like, oh.
No. I've used it on my shoes when they were coming apart. Oh yeah, dude, big time. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. What the heck's going on here?
All right, what do we got? What's your next fun story here?
My CBS page just got destroyed. I don't know what happened. We're having technical difficulties here. Sorry,
this
folks.
happens quite often. It's actually very sad, very amateur.
You know what, man? Next time you pick the topic. Yeah, what the heck? Did their page just like crash? I had some funny ones on there. They're awesome. Something about like a dude getting stuck somewhere in like a car. That was pretty funny.
Well, while you're waiting for your website to pop up, I'll just share another story.
There you go.
Here's a fun one for everybody, just in case you really needed some more fun stories. I guess there's a group of consumers suing Mars Candy. And this is a fun one for all those fans of this one. They're claiming that Skittles are unsafe for consumption. So this is great.
So don't taste the rainbow?
Yeah,
like
pretty much.
Rainbow in the dark.
So what they're stating is there's a toxin, according to them, that makes the candies unfit to eat. Now, the toxin is a TiO2. It's a food additive. It's a I don't know how to explain it exactly because this is very just broad. They're claiming that Mars Incorporated uses my page is unresponsive too now, but they're using a titanium dioxide, I think mostly for the color of the food.
It's always about the color, man. Everything's
that's
gotta look
the whole
good,
purpose of Skittles.
I can't eat it. It's gotta look good or I'm not eating it. No, that's the problem. The way everything's like made.
That's kind of the thing.
Your apple is bruised. It's got a little imperfection. I'm not eating that. It's got poison in it. It's gonna kill me. It's gotta look red, delicious, perfect.
So yes, they use the titanium dioxide to produce Skittles' rainbow of artificial color. So that's the whole purpose of it. They did share that in a press release back in 2016. That they are
Skittles,
intending to remove
titanium
dioxide from its products, but they're still using it in Skittles today. Now, it's used in this titanium dioxide is also used in paint, adhesives, plastics, and roofing materials.
No, that's this is how you get stuff done right there.
They are reporting
that put houses up.
It can cause DNA, brain, and organ damage, as well as lesions in the liver and kidneys. A
Do I
reasonable
smell
consumer.
some lawsuits? I'm not saying we're gonna sue. I'm
This is
just
what's
saying we
happening, right?
have a case.
This is all a part of it. Because titanium dioxide is going to be banned in the EU, European Union, next month after a
Then the U.S.
food
is gonna
safety
do it.
regulator deemed it unsafe because of genotoxicity or the ability to change one's DNA. To simplify that.
Change someone's DNA. That is crazy. What a
Now, a
weird
reasonable
effect.
consumer would expect that Skittles can be safely purchased and consumed as it is marketed and sold, both commercially and internationally. However, the products are not safe according to the lawsuits. So, but according to the FDA's regulations, titanium dioxide may be safely used for coloring foods as
How
the
about Easter
quantity must not
eggs?
exceed 1% of the food's weight.
I gotta color my Easter eggs. For Easter.
Um, so this will be interesting to see where this goes. I think they do have a legitimate gripe. I don't know. I mean, they're going to have to find some scientific studies that say that it's more than 1%, but I don't know. They want to
So
ban
you're
so basically you take it out. I think the color of Skittles are going to change.
they're like they're
That's
not colors anymore. All the Skittles are gonna be white. We don't see colors here at
so. What
SkittlesIncorporated.com.
does this mean though for like M&Ms? Because they got a variety of
Yeah, what do
colors.
they use? They must
They
use
got
a different one.
every flavor's got a different color. You got
Have you
yellows,
seen Skittles
browns,
in any
reds.
stores at all, or no?
I don't eat them personally.
I haven't had them in a very, very long time. I don't like
I've
fruity
never been a
candy.
fan, to be honest. I don't think they're all that
It's just
great.
sugar. It's colored sugar
Yeah.
with like
Yeah,
some
it's literally
weird
it's a
stuff
fruity
around it.
flavored candy that just doesn't really provide
It's one of those
much
candies
to
that
me. I don't
looks
know.
really good on the shelf and not in my hand walking
I
out of the
like
store.
M&Ms, so I
Oh,
do enjoy
M&Ms are way
M&Ms.
better, but you might have the titanium dioxide in
See,
there.
that's
But I
the
want
thing now. Obviously, we talk about Skittles. They have all sorts of different styles and flavors, like obviously sour and original and like tropical and all that stuff. Does that mean M&Ms are doing the same thing? Same titanium dioxide, all this stuff. What we got to find out here? There may be more lawsuits on the way for Mars candy, unfortunately. So we'll see what happens there. But that's an
tough,
interesting story there. Who would have known
tough gig.
Skittles are being claimed as unfit? Who would ever thought? Huh?
Yeah. You should tell me tomorrow if you go or tonight if you go to the gas station or whatever. If there's any Skittles on the shelf, you should buy a pack and
I
then
might have to check. I do plan on possibly stopping down there and picking up some gas station sandwiches. You know how great that is. But I'll look. I usually don't buy them personally, but if I do see them, I will take a look at the back, see what's in the ingredients, and hey, if it's on there, and so usually it'll say less than 1% of such and such. So, but wow, all right, maybe I'll join in on that lawsuit. I'll eat a Skittle and say, "Oh, my DNA's screwed."
my DNA changed. I don't know who I am anymore. Who am I? Who am I?
All right.
Do you know
Uh,
me? Who knows me?
did you get your website to reboot and come back to
I
life?
went to a different one, but this one's kind of cool. Sharks. You like sharks, Rob? What do you think of sharks?
Well, it is Shark Week coming up.
It's Shark Week next week, I
Oh, yeah,
think.
Sunday. Dwayne the Rock
Shark.
Johnson. He's hosting.
Is he?
Yeah, they had a commercial. He like called in a bunch of sharks like
Dude,
right off the shore. It's
dude,
very stupid.
he'd be the best person to just talk about sharks. Like the sharks are they're coming. They're coming fast up they're coming they're out of the water. They're coming to get you. Can you smell them?
Can you smell what the sharks are eating? No, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you, Rock. I'm
Can you
sorry.
Yeah,
What do we know about
he'd be
sharks?
he'd be a funny voice for that. So the sharks are mistaking feet for fish.
Is that news?
Yeah, yeah. They're mistaking feet for fish. On Long Island, there's multiple
Oh, New
attacks.
York. Oh, okay.
That's what they're pretty sure, the
Hmm.
people that are researching this are pretty sure that that's why these people are being attacked by these sharks, is because people are swimming, and there's a lot of fish in this area apparently, and the sharks are after the fish and they're mistaking the feet for fish.
See, I didn't
So
realize that there really was much for like shark attacks up in that area. You kind of hear
oh
about it on
yeah,
Florida and stuff, but I guess Long Island. Wow, all right.
yeah. There's sand tiger sharks, and
But if they're
I think
okay, but
that's
if
it. I
there's
think that's
plenty
the
of
one that's in this
fish,
area.
how are they
Yeah, yeah.
mistaking the pheromones of a fish to a human foot? I'm trying to understand this.
So there is
Don't get it.
there's a nursery located off of Long Island there, with abundance of bait fish close to the shore.
Mm-hmm.
And they think that is what it's. I think maybe it comes close to how it looks and smells. Maybe
Okay.
we're stinky. Maybe we're
I'm talking about
stinky.
like children's feet.
Yeah.
That's
No,
unfortunate.
don't set it around Dan Schneider, right? Yeah, these sharks they can go up to 10 feet, man. They're big. They're very, very big. Jagged teeth. Um, so it's got these guys don't have dentists, all right. So you gotta bear with them.
See, I'm trying to figure out now. 'Cause I know it's sharks,
It
man.
doesn't say anything about the smell.
Sharks are getting a foot fetish too now. It's not good, man.
Yeah, the Dan
Unhealthy.
Schneider sharks.
Unhealthy
Schneider sharks.
behavior. Dan Schneider.
Schneider sharks. Don't say that 5 times fast.
It's Schneider's Bakery. He's got a bunch of sharks going at their feet. He's scouting his new talent for this Nickelodeon show. He's starting them early. Getting the sharks biting feet, man. He's taking their feet. That's great. It's awesome. We should
Yeah,
find out. We should find
still
out if
isn't.
that guy has some stuff on his computers, man. We need to know. This is
Dan
bad.
Schneider's computer. He's probably got a lot of
I
space
mean,
taken up on that thing.
he's
That's all
worked with
I'm saying.
some he's worked with some interesting individuals. So
He's probably got like 10 Seagates on the side of his computer.
each like
You know,
5 terabytes large, just
eight,
filled.
5 to 8 terabytes. Just he's like, I'm running out of space.
I'm saving every image they've ever had of Ariana Grande. Every
every
image.
every every snippet of the show I have every timestamp, every frame. It's all on there, man.
he's, he's got all the little in-depth documents of iCarly, all their DNA tests, everything. He's got their blood
Yeah,
type
dude.
hiding in there.
Those-
I don't know where this spawned off from sharks, but he is a shark. I mean, there's a shark in the water.
Oh, he's definitely a shark. He's like a shark that you didn't know was there, and then up, and it's just like
He's a
that's
shark.
a strange
Somebody
looking
described
shark.
his body size to a whale, but he is a shark.
Oh man, he's gonna sue you now.
No, whatever. What do I have?
Anyways, he's gonna. I don't want any money, Robert. Do you got any pictures of feet? Can you
What's he
take
gonna do?
pictures of your
You take my
feet?
Netflix account so he can watch iCarly too. Yeah, have at it, buddy.
Oh, you don't need to get Netflix. He's got it
Um,
all on the gate.
well, he
So
is an individual.
it said no. I think the smell. I think that it's just there's fish abundance everywhere. So
But that's concerning me
blends
because
in.
fish have smell. We all know that. They have
They have
that smelly smell. It smells. But really, you gotta be. Well, I guess because they're in the area, I was kind of get tricked in. Wow. All right. Yeah, what's your feet up in Long Island, man? That's.
Yep. It
I mean, I
says to
wouldn't be on Long
avoid.
Island in the first place, but
Mhm.
hey, you do what you gotta
So
do.
yeah, it says that there's precautions. It says like don't wear flashy items or any kind of like
Say croc.
no Crocs. The sharks and the
No
Crocs don't get
Crocs.
along.
Because Crocs are edible. So, feel the shirt.
Apple teeth. But yeah, so the flashy jewelry and stuff attracts them because like when fish when they turn up their scales for light, it attracts the sharks. So that's also of the bigger theories here.
So
Don't worry, watch it.
none of those weird people that wear jeweler ankles and stuff. Yeah.
What is with that? Why?
That's what I mean. If that's the case, because then you're asking for it. Because
yeah, dude, just asking to lose it, and never lose.
Dude, I can't.
For a long time, motion.
Go. You are like baited at that point. You like you're any fool that that's reflective of scales. I'm talking like somebody just swimming, just having a good time, just swimming or something, whatever, paddle boarding. I don't know what the hell they do on Long Island. The only thing I know about Long Island is
by sharks, ankle bracelets and jewelry.
Yeah. Here's the fun fact about Long Island. It takes you 2 hours to get from Brooklyn, man, just 15 minutes. Pretty bad.
It's like a lot of Pokemon Go. That's what that sounds like to me.
Sounds like a lot of just garbage. I don't want to deal with that in the Midwest.
No, it's like really Long Island.
I would move like
sounds like shark bites. Sounds like banjo.
Talking about a place I don't want to move to. Here's a story out of Georgia.
You know that Georgia, has really, really low IQ. I think they're one of the states with like the lowest IQ ever.
Can't imagine why.
Well,
so in rural Georgia,
his lover.
In rural Georgia,
just kidding.
Was once a monument that stood called the Georgia Guidestones. Now, again, this was built by an anonymous individual. We really understood the whole sign, but there was some etchings into the stone. Recently, somebody did place a bomb there and exploded one of the pillars. And now the monument has officially been torn down by the fair Georgia. So no longer stand. It is gone as of July 6th. However, the thing about this, guys, for years people were kind of curious about, is it connected to Satanism? There's a lot of conspiracy theories around it because of some of the stuff that it reads. Others are fascinated by the fact that it's America's Stonehenge. If you know what Stonehenge is originally, it's kind of similar to that, not entirely, but very similar. Here's some of the inscriptions on the tablets in case some people want to know. And this is where people kind of get sort of questioned about it. Now, each of these inscriptions are in major languages of the world. By the way, I guess that's a fun fact. They inscribed them in English, Spanish, Swahili, Hindi, Hebrew, Arabic, traditional Chinese, and Russian. It says, maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature, guide reproduction wisely, improve and diversity, unite humanity by living a new language, rule passion, faith, tradition, and all things with tempered reason, protect people and nations with laws and just courts, let all nations rule internally, resolving external disputes in a world court, avoid petty laws and useless officials, balance personal rights with social duties, prize truth, beauty, love, seeking harmony with the infinite, be not a cancer on earth, leave room for nature, leave room for nature. All of these are inscribed in those different languages that expressed earlier. Basically, yeah, they want society to be in kind of cohesion with nature so that you're not ruining a lot of things. I think it definitely is more of like a like, hey, we need to take care of our world that we have, otherwise it's just going to be a disaster. So
the whole place is going to be a shit.
See, nothing is satanic about it. It's just, hey, that's peace and unity is what I got. And finding.
I think if you remove the Satanism, then it's just balance and it's something good. Yes. So I don't really understand. Like, yeah, I don't understand the whole I'm a Satanist, but I want to love everybody and do good things in the world, but I also worship Satan. Like, what is the point of worshiping Satan? Like, you know, you
There,
can.
it doesn't say anywhere on there he reflects Satanism, maybe some
Yeah,
ideologies, but not anything crazy. It's, they want the world to be normal. That's why they're saying unite humanity with a language that's universal, something that everybody can understand.
that would be pretty cool. No hate.
Making
Don't hate
sure
the
that
English.
you're making sure your morals and your faiths and your traditions do not directly cause concern and chaos,
Harm
which we've
to
seen that
others.
before. We know that that's
Oh,
something that happens.
that has been going on for a very long time to this day.
Hmm.
Still
And
happening.
basically, like, hey, we're protecting people with laws that are righteous to humans and not something that's like, oh, it works here, but it doesn't work over here. Everything's united. So, and keeping nature healthy and active so that we're not ruining like the forests and the oceans and destroying things. Um, are we going to be able to maintain humanity under 500 million? Well, we're already past that by a long shot. That's
Is this just Satan trying to like butter us up?
according to Christians. It is at least conservative Christians down in the South. Um,
I mean, think about this for a second, though. Think about all the stuff that this thing is saying. It's like there's no place better than Earth. This is the best place you will ever live. This is it. So you better take care of it. You're not going anywhere, Bucko. Once you're dead, you're dead.
See, this is the thing
It's
with like,
a distraction.
there's a lot of features to it that a lot of people they look to like astronomy for the way that it's been built. Um, because I guess the guide stones are set in like the way the sun reflects the time of the day.
Yep.
So the sunbeam will go right through the capstone, like at the top, when it's noon, and the people are like, "Oh, that's significant." Well, okay. There's a lot of weird things about it, but unfortunately, you will not be able to see these guide stones anymore in the spot that they were in. They were
Oh,
obviously dismantled due to the destruction of one of the pillars.
lame.
That's very sad because obviously somebody put money and effort into building these things. Um, a guy by the name of under the pseudonym Robert C. Christian, he approached a granite company and put together this structure and had it stood up there. So yeah,
Nice. That's really cool though.
it stood from 1980 to 2022. So it lasted its
Right.
time. It lasted 42 years. Unfortunately, somebody was not happy with it and blew it up. So
Well, I get it because the whole Satan thing and
yeah,
the
somebody got a
symbolism.
little carried
I,
away in their heads. But you can learn to be like, well,
the
okay, let's just
ideas are
forget about
good.
this.
They're all good, valid, good-hearted ideas.
Hmm.
But I still, like I said, I will never understand why it's like we got to bring Satan into this. Like you can do all those things. You're just to me that's just like some
Because it's
people.
easy. It's an easy cop out for a lot
Yep,
of religious
and it
nuts to say,
goes
"Oh, it's
against.
Satanism."
Yep. Well, it's also like it goes against a lot of religions too. So it's like different, and it's like, see, I can be a good person without being, having a faith too. Look at me. I got a good old Satan here with me. I don't know. It just confuses me. You can just not have a deity, a
Here's the thing:
deity.
believe in what you want to believe, and leave others to their own will. That's the best way to go about it. You
Probably,
can't uh,
probably,
you can't reflect
probably
your
true.
stuff onto everybody. It's just not going to work all the time. Kind of
No,
like
no,
Dan
yeah,
Schneider.
yep, exactly. You can't have everybody can't be in defeat. Sometimes you gotta be into sacks. Yeah, no, it makes sense though.
But that is my final news story of the episode. Do you have anything else? Any other? You got one more funny
Uh,
story? Anything else cooked up?
yes, I had another one that was on here. It's pretty cool. Oh, spiders, spiders,
Oh god.
spiders. You like spiders? You love spiders, right?
See, I shouldn't be surprised that all of your stories would be based around creatures. I should not be shocked.
I love me some creatures. Oh yeah.
Well, let's hear about what spiders are doing now, because God knows we got to hear about these creepy bastards.
Before we get into that, we need to praise our other sponsor here. Um, hang on a second
Spider
here.
repellent.
Let's see. Just had it. Duct tape. Duck. The duck brand, duct tape brand, Duck. It's literally just called Duck. The original duct tape. This tape, very, very sticky, keeps everything together for a couple weeks.
Demoting again. There
I
we go.
use duct tape on everything.
Fair
Even
enough.
sometimes on ducks. Sometimes
Duct
you just
tape on
gotta
ducks,
duct tape
that's
your duck. Duct tape.
great.
The duct tape you can trust to tape all your ducks. All right. On to our next story.
Jesus.
Spiders can fear other spiders. This probably isn't that shocking when you really
I was
think
gonna
about
say
it.
that's
Like,
not
when you
thrilling.
like right, but when you think about it, it's like, but what do they mean fear other spiders? Like, what does that mean? So, if you're not so fond of spiders, you may find kindred spirits in other spiders. Researcher Danella Roseller
Don't butcher it
worked
that
with
bad.
worked with jumping spiders and found that they know to get away from the presence of other possible predator spiders, even if they've never encountered them before. She talks with the host, I'm not going to say this lady's name, about her research and what Halloween decorations do to the poor spiders if arachnids can have arachnophobia.
Oh, you got to be
See,
kidding me.
that's weird because like
So you're
I've
telling me
had
Halloween, like when you get those decorations, that's scaring them off?
apparently they recognize that shape and they understand what that is, and especially if they
But
have eyes.
don't they recognize that these are overly large decorations? Don't they? Can't
They
they
don't.
sense? I mean, it is a predator because technically it is bigger than them, but
Yep, and it
what?
looks
It's
like them.
okay.
See, that's just weird
Hmm.
because
But I mean, like, is a spider like a common house spider going to be aware and fearful of, like, let's say if you put a tarantula in the house, you just let one loose,
probably yes, because
they're gonna be okay.
it's
They're
bigger.
big in size.
It's bigger. It can eat them. If it's moving, they can probably sense that its presence and stuff like that. Their senses. So in spiders, how do you usually see them when they're just chilling?
Yeah,
They're pretty still, right? They're just sitting
yeah,
there.
they're stealthy, that's for sure.
So the decorations thing makes sense because this big ass spider just sitting there. It's like,
Well, now
holy
I'm kind of curious. I kind of want to do my own little science
yeah.
project.
It's cool that they made a little 3D model of a spider and the jumping spider just staring at it like, dude, I'm gonna get the.
Well, it's very
I got
interesting.
That's good.
Yeah, I guess I'll have to keep an
Cool.
eye out for that. I have plenty of spiders in this basement of mine that I could easily just do some
They probably sleep
experiments
with you
on.
every night. They're probably chilling with you right
I
now.
know when I vacuumed up cobwebs plenty of times where it's like, okay, I don't see any active spiders on them, but it's like I know that they're at least they've been there. So I mean, I'm not worried about them or nothing. I don't have a fear for them. It's just my thought process is if they're up on the walls or on the ceilings and stuff, that's where they're the most prone to be able to take care of like bugs, like
Yep.
flies, mosquitoes, that type of stuff. Anything that gets in the house that's not supposed to be there, I'm fine with that. But if they're on the ground and they're on the floor walking around, I kill them because they're useless. You know, you're useless down there. I don't care if there's silverfish or whatever the hell's down there. I don't need you down there. Okay? Because
Anybody who
my
doesn't know
feet are
what
down there.
for anybody who doesn't know what a silverfish is, it's a centipede. It's one
Yes,
of
and
those
they are, and
fuzzier looking one with the black eyes
they
with
tend to be in
really
your
fast
bathroom because it's like
animation.
it's humid and there's like kind of a water base type of, the
They're
walls
also
and
on
the
Minecraft.
moisture. And that whatever. They don't even exist in Minecraft. People don't even notice them. But anyway, yeah, so wow, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do some fun experiments this Halloween. I'm gonna have some good times with some spider props. I'm gonna lay them around the basement. See if they get
Oh,
worried.
dude, silverfish are gross looking. I see how people hate
They
them
are
so much.
nasty
They're like
looking,
little.
absolutely.
House
Um,
house centipedes, they bite.
I don't know about that. I don't know.
I haven't seen one of those things in so long, man. Those are like when people see those, they're like, I want to die right now.
See, I don't necessarily think like spiders in the house because they're nothing to worry about, at least in my opinion. But I'm thinking like the ones out in the wild that could possibly have arachnophobia themselves, like a black oak can't have arachnophobia. The thing's got to understand it's dangerous. It's got a great defense mechanism.
Oh yeah.
There's no way. There's no way they can do this.
I'm just glad we don't have like jungle centipedes that are eating like small rodents and anything that's on the ground.
Yeah, that's the beauty of nature, man. The predators and preys, man. That's
Yeah, I mean, how
and
that would just suck to get eaten by one of those things. I mean, it just like rips you apart. How does it
see,
even swallow?
I'm not gonna go crazy with these experiments when I do them, but I am gonna put these little spiders everywhere. I'm gonna buy the spiders from the Halloween store. I'm gonna go buy the little furry spiders that you can throw at people. It's a joke, and I'm gonna set them all over the place in the basement. I'm gonna set a couple of them. Maybe set one in a corner here, see what happens. I know my dog's gonna flip out, but whatever. So be it. I just
Whatever.
want to see what the spiders do if they hide. If they stay in the walls. They're not making webs anymore. Um. Wow, that's an interesting story though, because now it's giving me ideas. So I'm glad you actually said that.
You
I would
gotta
have
try
never
to
thought about
protect
that.
yourself down there, and I
I'm
gotta
gonna
set up all
protect
the
myself.
props, all the spider props.
I'm gonna use fake spoilers.
Exposure.
Well, to close out this episode, I did want to bring this up because we didn't bring this up in the last episode, but I don't know. I mean, obviously, I'm sure everybody's seen it, but out of Japan, um, in case you didn't see what happened, there was an assassination of a former prime minister. In case people are curious as
So
to what
one hell of
happened.
a way to end the episode.
Well, it has to be brought because it is a newsworthy story. It is very noteworthy.
What's your theory?
I believe his name is Shinzo Abe. I believe that's how you say it. Or Shinzo Abe. I can't exactly get their names correct sometimes, and I don't want to continue to butcher it. But anyway, um, he was assassinated. Now there are some theories. There are a few theories, but he was shot in the head. And basically, I don't know if they have any motives exactly. I mean, they explained that the motives were more personal rather than political. Um, I mean, the guy had a lot of mental health issues, and I don't know. They were explaining something about his mom had some donations to a church back in the day with the Unification Church. Now, they are claiming that his death is direct from the Unification Church. With those that don't know, they're pretty hardcore Christians that believe it's their way or the highway type of thing. So there's a lot more to it. But anyway, there's going to be more to that story. I think we can eventually get down that once we find out some more theories. That's going to be a fun one. But anyway, so right now, Unification Church, that's the big one. They, especially, since he was he was kind of big into it. And this guy that shot him had a grudge over his mother's bankruptcy after she donated so much money to this church, and they never really gave much back to them. So Yeah, that's there could be some details in here, more some serious things coming on.
That sounds
Um,
like some juicy content right there, honestly.
there's going to be some more. I'm just
I've
keeping
been
it
waiting.
as this is a preliminary discussion. There will be more details, I think, as we get further, but this could be some deeper meanings down here. You know, maybe some more people are on the radar. You never know. I mean, they got the guy who shot him, but you know, still, it's like, is there bigger stories at play? Could we have a JFK type of deal? Who knows? But that'll do it for episode 47 of the Strange Exchange.
Right
Take us
on.
away, my friend.
Thank you to everybody who listened and who has listened previously to our other episodes. We'll see you guys in the next one. Stay strange. Take it easy.